Hey everyone, my name's Reyes and welcome to the Thoughtful Free Space, putting your mind to things you may not normally think about. Quick update before we start the episode, the This Is Amazing series is getting moved to Wednesdays. This is so I can try and bring you guys even more content, and I will probably be moving to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Now saying all of that, let's begin. In the spirit of the Pokemon Sun and Moon games coming out, I'll be talking about my ideal team for these games. I looked around in order to do this, so there is a small spoiler, which I will warn you about if you don't want to see it, or just click off this video. But this is relatively spoiler free. In order to limit my choices, I will say I am probably going to get Pokemon Sun, as I would really want Solgaleo as a legendary. Now starting off, we have to of course choose our starter, the leader of the team that will guide us on our journey. All of the evolutions for each starter have been revealed and they all look pretty cool along with their specific Z moves. Now for me, I'm picking this on both cuteness, coolness, and particular taste. And for me, I have to pick the one and only Rowlet. This bird is amazing. Owls are really cool animals, so having a grass starter based on one is pretty interesting. It's also the second time in all of the games where you start off with a dual typing starter, the first being Bulbasaur. This owl even has a line in the Pokemon Cypher, if you guys have seen it. He's clean, bowtie, what's up? Not only that, but this thing evolves into Decidueye, the name being based on deciduous trees. Its type changes into Grass Ghost, which is a pretty cool typing. It has the best design, in my opinion, and has a lot of personality. So this is my number one pick. For number 2, we have a Pokemon where a lot of the alchemy theories came from, and that is Rockruff. Specifically, its evolved form, Lycanroc, Midday. Now, while both designs are cool, I like this one a lot more than the Midnight form. It seems like it will be very fast, just like a wolf. It also has some cool moves like Accel Rock and Stone Edge shown from the trailers, and it helps to cover some of the weaknesses Decidueye has. I'm hoping it will be pretty fast, but even if it's not, I just like the Pokemon. Next up, we have another pretty cool Pokemon, and that is Mimikyu, the Pikachu lookalike that is Ghost and Fairy. Now, first off, it already has a really cool typing. It's immune to Normal, Fighting, and Dragon, and is only weak to Ghost and Steel, which is not bad at all. The ability it has is Disguise, and that is also a really useful, and it's basically a built-in one-time substitute, where it takes no damage from the first attack that hits it. It's also a really cool Pokemon, and is a very close second to my favorite, which is Sableye. Something Sableye doesn't have, though, is its own rap. Pokemon came out with a rap for this Pokemon, so I think this might be the new Pikachu, literally. For this Pokemon, I'm actually really hoping for a good moveset, something that has a lot of type coverage, because I don't know how strong it's going to be. But from the rap, it was using Thunderbolt, it had Ghost moves, it'll probably have Fairy moves, so I think that's pretty okay. I think it might have some nice type coverage. Number 4 in my team is the one I knew I had to have as soon as it came out, and that is Salandit. This thing is poison and fire, and that is such a cool typing. Spit poison on fire, I look like Salandit. That's probably one of the most quoted lines in the Cypher. Besides the typings, it has a very interesting ability in Corrosion, where it can poison literally anything, including poison types and steel types. Right now, I will say there is a spoiler coming up, so if you don't want to see it, you can leave now because it will show up at a later date. and so I will just wait. Alright, now that those who don't want to see it are gone, this thing evolves. And it is looking pretty awesome. Apparently this thing is called Salazzle, a mix of Salamander and Dazzle, I can only assume. There were Riddler leaks about this Pokemon, which had a lot of feminine-looking monsters or powerful figures. I really like the design of it, and I think it's going to be a really fun Pokemon to use. For number 5, this Pokemon actually replaced Pikipek, which I was originally going to use because I like having a solid flying type on my team. That Pokemon is Minior, and it was a hard decision since I liked both Pokemon's designs and abilities. Minior is rock and flying, so it has the same weaknesses as Archon, Archeops, Aerodactyl, those kinds of Pokemon. It has a fun space theme going on, and it also has an interesting ability called Shields Down. This ability is similar to Zenmo Darmanitan, where after you lose a certain amount of health, you transform. But in Minior's case, it looks like you get stronger and faster, which I think makes sense. An asteroid is very bulky and it just floats there in space, but a comet, which is what I believe the Shields Down form is based on, is very fast. So I think when it transforms, it's gonna get a lot of attack, maybe some special attack, a lot of speed. I think this is a fun addition to the team. Finally, the last pick of my team. Now, there are a lot of cool Pokemon in Sun and Moon, and just like I enjoy a solid flying type on my team, I really like having a good water type on my team. There were a few toss-ups, but I have to go with Wishy-Washy. Now, at this point, it doesn't look like much, but once it gets stronger, it turns into its school form, and this is a monster. It makes Gyarados cry in a corner because it's school time. This thing exudes power, and it has a really cool concept based on fish schooling and shoaling, as well as a submarine. I can only hope that its stats are going to be just amazing. And so, I'm really excited for this Pokemon. So that is my team of 6, and overall I think it's a pretty solid team. Leave your thoughts on what you think of it, or if you have ideas of what you want your team to be, leave it in the comments below. I was able to build this from a Pokemon team builder that I actually found, so I'll leave that in the description if you all want to go and build your own team for Sun and Moon. This does have all of the Pokemon though, and so if you don't want to get leaked again, don't go to it. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode and learned something new, or at least think about it in a different way. If you liked it, show your love with a thumb and subscribe for more. Thank you very much, and stay awesome.